Okay, ladies, here's a refresher on the definitions. I'll leave it here for just a moment for you to be able to look at. And I'm going to get right into the video. So I'm going to start with, I did 3 different types of gamines in bone structure. And I wanted to clarify what I see as different types of gamines, which I think leads to a lot of confusion in typing. There are 5-6 soft gamines. Oh man, I already traced on this one because I made the video earlier. I'm so sorry, guys. But anyways, I definitely found a 5-6 soft gamine, and it didn't look very hard. There could be more. But I wanted to find someone taller to compare to a taller flamboyant gamine so that people could see you can be either type and be type this way. So I do, even though I want to point out Audrey has the, probably a corset on in these pictures. It's pretty normal. This is her actual shape. I did trace her. See how her lines are just very straight and angular? And then when you come over, and I forget this lady's name, do you see how her lines are softened? They aren't like lines. They're like sketches and smooth, rounded, like you're just moving down. And that is because she does have angularity. Like, let me get on here and edit here. She does have angularity in her bones. Like, you can see that here. And then over here, but she's got that softness on top. Her hips are actually, this soft. You can see there's softness on top. However, when I do her bones, it's probably more like similar, to her. And then this, and then this, a little bit more wide than the flamboyant gamine, just to have a little bit. And then, it could be straight or angular there. And then, we'll come down to the bones. Right, it's probably more like that underneath with softness, on top of that. That could almost mimic double curve. Sometimes it doesn't have double curve. Sometimes you'll find that the bottom is very like tulipy, and our soft gamine will be very busty up here. So, that can happen. So that's your tall types. You can be tall, still have juxtaposition, and you can even be 5'6" and be a soft gamine. So don't fret there if you are, like, that's the only thing keeping you from saying gamine is that you're 5'6". Now, I don't think you could be maybe 5'7", because then you're losing that petite, right? You're becoming at 5'7", where your narrowness and tallness is still going to have a heavier, longer bone because you're so tall that you'll have to accommodate for that bone being long and not fitting you, the clothes fitting you. I'm sorry. I was trying to turn something down that was overboiling. All right. Another type, and I'm so sorry I have lines on these. I really tried to make this video, and it didn't record the whole time. It was a sad situation last night, and then it got interrupted, and it was like my 3rd try, and then I was depressed because I saw, where'd the first half of my video go? I wanted to show you Tina Turner and Halle Berry. Both have more of that soft yang body type in the gamine. And then, their facial features, in Halle are very yin, and she does have a softer, more angled face with softer flesh on top and in her cheeks. Tina Turner has tautness in her flesh. Even if you look at Tina Turner as she aged, if you look at her weight gain, she remains very compact and square. She almost looks exactly the same size. It just looks like more of a barreled out broadness because her flesh is just so taut. Now, that doesn't mean every flamboyant gamine would be like that. Not at all. Kelly Osbourne is a flamboyant gamine that gained differently, you know, because she's a different shaped flamboyant gamine. She's more, I think she's like 5'5". She might be more on the taller side. She might be more sharp as well. So looking at them, this is another type of flamboyant gamine. And I do think, so you follow the recs for gamines, but you also need to accommodate for your type of gamine. Like if they're more natural build, they're going to probably have a more natural essence or be able to wear more natural type lines that are to scale. Again, that is the key. Than the sharper, taller girls or the sharper, smaller girls who definitely carry a very classic essence compared to a more natural. Now, you might be saying, Halle Berry natural, and Tina Turner natural. Yes, I'm going to argue that, and I'm going to prove it in a minute, you guys. I'm going to prove it to you. All right, and this classic essence. And then I love Jenna Coleman and Penelope Cruz are literally poster children for these types. Like, they are the sharp little gamines. This is your people. They are really great at the lines. And I also have Zooey Deschanel, who I also feel really embodies the gamine and lines. And I think really in another essence. So let's look at this classic essence of them. They are very ornate. They're very ornate. They're able to do the ornate things. And it's not like the funky mismatched gamines. Because we can have some punk or alternative scene type of people. We'll call it alternative scenes. Like whatever your genre is, where they have different hair, they mismatch, and, you know, can wear big shoes, emo types. All of that can be gamines and rock those looks really hard. And that's another kind of quirky. This is a different kind of quirky. So you see the levels of different types of quirky you can have within the recs of gamine, where you have ornateness and like fussiness and buttons and collars and all of that. There's ways to do it that match your personality. And that is how with these, and I guess it's what people are calling essence. To me, that is more like your style choice preference that I think changes sometimes over time. But also, you know, might stay quite similar, where you can always use these kinds of features as well. I also think they have a heavy leaning romantic, both of them, even within their types, that allow for this ornateness. So I think the gamine and their heavy yin side, and then their sharp is a heavy yang. It almost creates like a kind of like balanced yin and yang within them that becomes like classic, timeless things look nice. Like, I almost think zigzags and things would be messy on them. Like, the alignment in their clothes, I think, and the symmetry in their clothes matters. All right. So, look at the difference in their body types. So, with Penelope, let me edit this. With Penelope, she is quite straight in appearance on the outside. Remember, soft gamines are their flesh, and I'm just going to do the shape of their suit, but also their bone structure. Her bone structure is a little bit more nipped at that waist. She has like a smaller waist. She has softness on top, and so she is quite curvy. She shows that you don't have to be romantic to be this curvy. She's almost curvier than a romantic, in the sense of the depth of her curve, like the dangerousness. She's very angular here. And there you go, like seeing the difference. Like, I'll come all the way down on her. She actually comes in. And they have just these short little bones. So they can't be dramatics because they're just so tiny, right? And then let's get into the ornateness. See the difference? Like, she can wear some heavier things. They're straight lines. They come to kind of like a teardroppy shape, which gives it some rounded and sharpness. It's a mix match juxtaposition, leaning on the sharpness, and she does the same thing within hers, only she's leaning on the roundness. They expose their wrists. They have ornate collars, ornate details. They look fabulous. They look amazing, and their essence just shines. You can see here, hold on, when I come to Penelope, not in her essence. And this is where I'm going to make my argument for gamines don't have vertical. She can wear this vertical stuff because she shows her ankles. She's showing her wrist. She has openness in her chest, right? Her hair is straight, which all works for a flamboyant gamine and that sharpness. Oops, I have all these here. Same here. This is a really great outfit on her. She exposes her feet. She breaks her line. A straight leg. You know, she's ornate in the top. It's really that teardrop shape again. There's some points in there, angles. Hair is straightened and kind of tousled in a straightened way. Cute. Here I think she looks a little stuffy, a little plain. A lot of these are a little bit too plain for her, in my opinion. It really highlights her angular jaw. She looks very natural here, where I think she's really more angular and sharp. This just, like, it's too stiff, not fun and playful enough for her. She doesn't look bad. She would be fine if she walked around like this all the time and we never saw her the other way. And then here, this is my argument. If she truly had vertical, she would go and go and go to the floor. But with this long dress that goes to the floor, it doesn't show her ankles. The long waistline, the low waistline. Her arms are so long. Her hair is so long and straight and just so vertical. Everything is just pulling her down. Almost like I can feel it in my own body. It's just like it's pulling her to the floor. It's heavy. It is not good on her. It's too much vertical because she has short bones. It's an illusion, and this shows you how short she really is when you can see that, because she's not exposing that juxtaposition. She's not giving you a break and then another color in her leg and her foot, right? A break in her arm, giving you the illusion of even like that elongation in her arms and leg. Well, in her arms in particular and in her legs, you can see. It gives the illusion that it's extending that. Like, even in this white skirt, you can almost see that goes a little too long, and that's dragging her down a little bit. The pants don't do that because she's more open in the top, and it's elongating her from the top. So it looks like her torso is longer and making her long rather than her legs there, in my opinion. So that's my argument. Like, she doesn't really have vertical. It's an optical illusion of vertical. Okay, moving on. Here she is in outfits that she looks adorable in. Do we see the difference here? Not a bad look. You might walk around like this forever and think you look great, minus the bottom. However, then you put this on. It's almost like she went from I'm cute, I'm beautiful to wow, this is me. This is who I embody. This is my personality. She's very Coco Chanel classic to me. She embodies like such a cute classicness about her. This outfit is fun. You would think, wait, isn't it a little too soft? No, because she's like almost an equal mix. That her facial features are so yin that she puts that little bow up there and it matches her facial features. Her hair is pointy and a little tousled, but a little bit yin too. It's a mixture, just right in the middle. Her makeup is minimal except for her eyes, which is great for a gamine. Excuse me. I am homesick. All right. Her outfit is very straight, a thicker fabric, has those buttons that are just ornate and cute. a belt breaking her line. It's very short, showing her legs where she has her arms covered. It's like that juxtaposition in flesh and no flesh. Her purse is small and cute and has details. It's, again, ornate. Her earrings are big and ornate and just match her belt. It all ties together. Such a cute, classic type of essence in her with fun ornateness. It's truly a fun gamine look. And I'm telling you, you have seen others do, like Kelly Osbourne does this in a punk way. She can get away with it in a different way. I'm going to show you the same kind of thing with Zooey Deschanel now. Zooey, as a flamboyant gamine, has a different essence overall than Penelope and than Tina Turner, all right? She is, and even in Audrey Hepburn. She's somewhere closer to Audrey. She likes that funky old school style, but it's still almost like, I want to call her type like a mime, or like, she's almost like theater girl to that. She's stereotypical theater girl to me. I don't know what to call that, but a trope. And these outfits here are just not doing it for me for her. You might even think, hey, wait, what about the bottom left? No. Not, because look at how rounded it is. And it's cute. And she does look cute. Again, this is perfectly fine, and she would look cute in this. I'll say that it's cute. The rest of these, even this one is kind of cute. It's just more suited for a soft gamine. She looks too soft. This same thing, too soft. Because when you see her, and then these ruffles are just too big, too stiff, too much. She's too yang in her bone structure because she's flamboyant gamine to wear these things. They look separate. All of these look separate from her, minus the bottom left, which has a good color for her. And it's a cute outfit, and I like the dress, but I stare right at that dress and how fun it is. I'm going to go, not how it looks on her, to what I think looks amazing on her. Again, her essence is more of an eclectic classic, in my opinion. I do think she has a little bit of a funkiness, a more ingenue part, her romantic part of her flamboyant gamine, because you know it's a mix, 50-50 mix, I think would be more ingenue yin than romantic yin. And I think these outfits are like, she's very French chic, in my opinion, and very cute. She mismatches. She likes a little poofy flare, and she's cute in these pea coats and in jackets, with small, tiny details and straight hair. She looks quite amazing here in the high contrast and the fun colors. She reminds me of Twiggy a little bit, and like that 60s vibe. She gets a little 60s vibe, right? Would that be 60s, early 70s? Is that where that would be? Kind of like a early switch to mod, you know, before it became too different and from the 50s, if that makes sense. An early time from the period from 50s to 60s and time period is what I'm getting at. Even here, really cute. The straightness looks amazing. The little flare, the big bow. It's cute. It plays to the ingenue piece. And that's how she can pull in the romantic. She can't pull in the romantic as much as these ladies, I don't think. She needs more of a, like, I like that it's big on her. She can do a little oversized, or she can go small. And she looks fun with these balanced details. Moving on. All right, these are looks from Hayden that I am telling you I'm not feeling. Too sharp, too long. These flowers are too big. I'm excited from the color on this one. They're not good colors for her. This pattern's too bold and too, like, natural or dramatic. It's just not giving. Her shoulders just are amplified here. This isn't a bad look, but I do think it makes her shoulders, like, it shows her shoulders are her most prominent parts. And then up here, I think they're trying to highlight her shoulders in the red, But I think it's just all too sharp, too much sharpness. She looks separate. She doesn't look, I don't even think she looks good. I'm not liking it. But then when you see her in a pattern that's small, because this is too big for a gamine, and see how it's weighing her down. She could probably wear that dress. It's not too long. But look at her over here. You can really see how the yin, and then she has such a natural essence because she has a little bit of that broadness in her shoulders that I think it plays well to this 2-scale natural essence. Very country natural. So boho country rather than just boho, not like boho western, boho country. Like this is more southern girl boho, but it's still boho in my opinion. And it does play to some of the soft natural looks. It's almost like she wears really great soft natural looks to scale. They have to be in petite though, where the other ladies can wear like well, I'm going to argue Sarah Jessica Parker can wear flamboyant natural. I think she's more of a southern girl who can wear this natural essence because she has that broadness in her shoulders a little bit. And she looks really cute in these draped things that highlight that, like a soft natural would wear. Her softness and her angularity in the width in her torso. But again, her bones are so small, she can't be a natural because she's so tiny and narrow and petite. That gets rid of that. Petite is greater than width, right? One of them has to win. And her petiteness makes her bones not able to be big enough to have that width. She still can wear smaller things. She has to probably do, petite in the arms and things. There's going to be petite parts of her body. She's got to scale this down to her size. So, but she does look good in a little bit oversized, a little bit more of a natural, country natural vibe. This dress is just very ornate and shows how she looks so good in feminine things that are soft. Same with the scalpness. I love this. But she does do country boho really well. Not a western boho. Very country boho. All right. Now, Halle Berry. I have things at the top that I don't like, things at the bottom that I do. Halle Berry is another one that I think embraces a more, she embraces a more not natural essence, a more angularity, dramatic essence. I'm sorry, I was going to argue it the other way I thought, but I forgot I saw it. No. But they're trying to put her in a lot of these natural things where I think if this was to scale on the on Hayden, it would look really cute. But I don't think it matches Halle's personality and essence and vibe, who she is as a person, which body type very similar to Hayden. So her body type doesn't change, but her essence and who she is as her aura. To me, it's called an aura, and her aura is more bold. And so she has that bold essence. But so these things, I feel like they just make her look really masculine. All of these top looks. And I want to come down here and show you these before we show what she wears. Because I do want to highlight, you might be like, why isn't she flamboyant? I mean, look at how great she looks in the more feminine looks. It's just not her essence. So she's not feeling it as much. She looks amazing and harmonious. Now, Kibi would want you to marry this and become this. Because she does actually look best in these. So if this would be, he would want to force this essence on you. And that's why people might be like, why is he trying to force something on me? Who have gone to see him, you've heard those stories. That could be it. Kibi wants you to do your best self. In reality, these are her best looks. Personality-wise, she doesn't feel it. She's not vibing like this. She looks good. I don't think she looks as good yang leaning as here, but she can pull off more androgyny. And I do think she should embrace her own essence. And these are more her own funky, androgynous, it's going to be androgynous rather than yang dramatic to me, because she is a gamine, and I think gamines get to play with androgyny a lot. Both types of all three types of gamines. And they, because their mixed bone structure can be formed anyway, and then their features are yin, they really get to play with that. Whereas a romantic can't really get away with androgyny. It just looks like you're a woman in menswear. And soft dramatics might not be able to, and dramatics look more feminine, and in it, you don't get androgyny. They just become more feminine the more bold they go, and naturals can really handle it too. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, gamines in general get to have a little fun and playfulness with both sides that not everybody gets to do. I do think she looks best in all three of these because they embody her personality. She does have a more bold yang personality. She's more dramatic in her gamineness. She's more dramatic gamine, in my opinion, in essence. But I do think her body shape is very similar to Hayden. You just get a different vibe from her, and that's her style type and her style essence. And so you can do both. Like, she's not going to look the same as her in this. She could wear this and look cute. She would look cute. It's not going to give her personality that you're seeing here. I see her come alive in these. She looks pretty in these. I don't see her personality down here as I do here. So that's where I think I differ from Kibi. I say embrace this. It looks really good, and it's almost as good. It's not. This is just like, this is a 9. These are 10s. That's the difference to me. All right. Put your thoughts about that below. All right. Jenna Coleman. Jenna Coleman in outfits that I'm saying no at the bottom and in the middle and yes at the top. She's super classic to me. She leans less ornate and more classic than Penelope Cruz and what's her name? Oh goodness, you know what I'm talking about. The first people that I did, Jenna Coleman. She is Jenna Coleman. No, who am I? I gotta go back. It is Jenna. Okay. Perfect. Super classic. She can't be more classic than herself. She is more classic than Penelope, in my opinion. She leans, like, look at the balance here. Look at this. She's not showing her wrist, but those ruffles really look nice. I don't like her hair in this. I wish her hair was softer. I love this on her, and I think Penelope would look good in this even better. But it's cute. It's a little yang. This, too much yang. It just makes her look narrow. You can see her narrowness here and how her width cannot be the width of a natural because she's just so tiny. But you can see her legs kind of mimic a natural. And then this is too stiff and too broad for her. The pants are too wide, not fitted enough. Oh, what's happening? Right here, she looks too much. I'm struggling, guys. Right here, she looks very, it just looks too wide at the top, if that makes sense, and too broad and too stiff. It doesn't embrace her softness. She looks like she's a kid in her mom's outfit trying to, like, play dress up, go to work. So I don't like those. And this, I think, is too natural based, where I think Hayden might be able to get away with this. Or Hallie. This here, beautiful. Soft, just tiny, soft details. Tiny details at the waist. Cuts her line in several places, V-neck, and at the waist at the belt. It's just a nice neckline. I love that kind of neckline on myself as well. It's my favorite neckline. This, very ornate again. Cute. Just classic, but ingenue. Same here. Very cute. Very cute details. Very balanced still. I don't think she would look as good as Zoe in some of these things, like that kind of gamine. It's very nice, the top looks. All right, this is me trying to show you how they try to look sexy. And I'm going to show you how... Can I get this? Okay. When they have Zoe in this, like, more feminine, like, romantic... It's a soft gamine look. It's just soft gamine. And then they put her in the more flamboyant gamine. See the difference there? Just so much better in that look. Hallie has way more clothes on in the second picture, and I find that to be 5,000 times more sexy because she doesn't have as much yang going on. It's more soft, feminine sex appeal, where this is more bold. But she looks intimidating there with sex appeal. I just think she looks better and more sexy on the other side. Same with Hayden. Hayden almost looks like she's trying to put her mom's clothes on. It looks matronly, and she looks so old when you put her in the fun, cute gamine outfit and thing. She looks way sexier. She doesn't look like she's... Like, if I did this as a romantic, I would look like I was trying to be, like, a fake pinup, like, young person. It would look so off and weird, like a costume. Where I think, the left-hand side looks very costumey for all of them. Like, even Penelope supposed to be looking that. She looks very costumey, and then you put her in, like, a lot of clothes, and it's just very sexy and alluring. And I think it's the way that they're posed and what really is just more attractive for them. It's less... more fun. They need to have fun and be playful. That is what is common amongst their types, even though they have a very different essence across their types, if that makes sense. And I hope this shows you, like, the romantic or the dramatic lean only towards a more funky, fun, like, and I don't want to know what else to call it, eclectic, just ornate in a different way, smaller details, mismatched a little bit, juxtaposition, and just how going with that little bit of a younger, youthful vibe for a gamine really works in their favor, whereas that would work against the romantic and vice versa. All right. Where? Oh, that's that video I made for you guys. All right, Sarah Jessica Parker. I had to come back here. I put their definition for gamines here. Because they all have to have yin facial features, I put this here. One, if she was, oh my. I'm sorry. I'm not going to redo this 500 times. I don't know what's happening. Okay. If she was flamboyant natural, this dress, even though it's not in her essence, would not weigh her down. It would actually look cute, and she would be able to rock it because they are supermodels, and they wear everything, even the Coco Chanel. All right? However, I want to show you her facial features are very yang, sharp yang. Everything on her is sharp yang. She doesn't meet any of these criteria because they say that. What if, and I want to show you her body. Let me edit this and show you how she is traced. All right. She is straight. Look how short that is. Comes down here straight. This is like a, a natural build, but she has sharp yang in her face. She does embody, like, you're like, okay, well, it's a natural width, but then sharp yang across her shoulders. However, her bones are so short, she cannot be, she's like 5'2". See how short her bones are? She doesn't have vertical, so that's a requirement for flamboyant natural. So my argument is that Kiwi, instead of admitting that he has a flawed system, decided that he was going to type her as a type flamboyant natural because her height didn't matter. But she can't just go wear flamboyant natural clothes. She has to accommodate petite, which he says you can't have with and petite. But she has to accommodate petite. So by his own definition, there's your, where everybody can't stand, he contradicts himself. But if we argue that he left out of his type, or just use McJimsy, which he's using, and just do the rest of it, could she be a natural, pure natural, or a flamboyant, or we'll just call her natural, a gamine natural? So she is a natural type, yes. But she's a gamine natural type, which means she can wear those recs to scale. To scale. She needs to accommodate petite and then wear this natural, flamboyant natural look. Yes, this is not even a soft natural look. This is a flamboyant natural look, yes. Because she is gamine in stature and body shape, just not in, her shoulder area. She needs to wear this gamine natural. But she doesn't meet flamboyant gamine recs. The narrowness doesn't work for her. She, a little bit does. She can only be slightly loose, though, because she still could be drowned out. She still has to show her ankles. Right here, she still shows, but she looks good in these looks. So I'm arguing with her that she is a natural type, but she's a gamine natural type. And I think personally for myself, you've seen me, I'm 4'11". I am definitely a romantic. I'm not a soft gamine. I'm too old to be ingenue. Even McJimsy says you outgrow it and they turn into romantics. I am romantic in shape. However, I have to accommodate some stuff for my short limbs in some way, right? So, especially as I lose, I can get away with not when I gain weight, but at an ideal weight, I have to wear short in my legs, and then I do have my longer, torso, or rise, which a romantic will have, and then I have, short limbs that need accommodating with shirts and stuff. I have to accommodate that petite in some way. It can be a smaller size sometimes. It can be short or petite. I can wear a lot of petite shirts. I might just have to go up a size for my curve because of a lot of it's cut for angles is what it is. But if it was petite cut for round, Lord, my life would be amazing because I need a gamine romantic. I'm a romantic, but I need a gamine too. I need a gamine adaptations to the recs. So that even means my medium shaped florals might need to be slightly smaller than Kate Winslet's, who can maybe go a little slightly bigger, closer to a soft dramatic, where I'm going to go closer to, soft gamine's ditzy. I'm going to go slightly larger to a moderate size, flower. Like these would work for me. Where a true romantic could probably go slightly larger. And if I go a little bit larger than that, I'm okay. But too much more, no. So I do think that that could be an answer to some of you. Like, maybe you are a natural, but you're a gamine natural, and you fit more of a natural type. And natural types, when I go do their video, when you see the pure type, are not, they're small and narrow. Well, they're narrower. They can than the width of the other two naturals. So there can be some room for that in there. Like, there's room for this. And I really want to argue that his system is incomplete. And that you can be a gamine, all of these types. And quite frankly, I'm arguing that the flamboyant gamine is a dramatic gamine. Like, that makes it what it is. And then you have a natural gamine. And then you have, or vice versa, gamine natural, gamine dramatic. And it's different they would be the gamine first, and then I'm sorry, they would be the dramatic first and then the gamine after. So it's a little bit different. So like as a gamine romantic, it's different than a soft gamine, which is a romantic gamine, where romantic is the descriptor and gamine is the type. Or I'm arguing that I am romantic as the type, gamine is my descriptor, and that a soft gamine is a romantic descriptor and a gamine type. I hope I said that right. Anyways, I'm very curious about your thoughts with that. And I do think that works with classic as well, like a classic gamine or a gamine classic, like those ladies over there. And I think when you do that, it incorporates essence right on in there to that, because those ladies need balance, and that's why their essence looks good and they have that classic essence. They do need that balance within them. It's just how their mix is. It's so 50-50, or these ladies lean a little bit more. Well, Sarah Jessica Parker, I'm arguing, is different than Hayden and them, who I think are gamine type with a natural descriptor, where she is a natural type with a gamine descriptor. So I hope that's making sense. And I'm really curious of your thoughts. I hope that this clarified things for people, help with essence, seeing how you can wear different things. Oh, my big thing, this dress length right here at the top, that is short for a gamine, okay? Well, not here, right here. Right here. It's not for her. That's just is not her body type, so it looks off. But right about there, T length is short to kibi, then to your knees is short. Micro minis were never part of that equation, even though the 70s had happened. This is a gamine length short dress. For romantics and gamines, that's short. This is slightly long, but so short, short, short. Anything below, anything from your calf up, from here up, is considered in gamine shorter dress. That's how he described them in the book. So it doesn't have to be micro minis. I know a lot of people think that, and I hope you all see now you don't have to be out there mismatching as a gamine either. There are a lot of different styles and outfits that these gamines wear. Thank you. I'm going to try to stop this.